So today, what are we talking about? The freaking USGI TAPS kit. The best TAPS kit ever made by any human being ever. Trust me, the DoD wouldn't waste our tax dollars. This is the best TAPS kit ever. Okay, we're gonna make a top 5 list of the top 5 freaking mods for this TAPS kit, right? Okay, and it's gonna be in a most known to least known on these modifications, generally speaking, but that's how I'm rocking this list. And because I like you guys so much, I'm gonna throw in a few honorable mentions at the end. So watch the full video, get informed on your kit, and have fun. Okay, so let's start with the most known, and that is going to be a tourniquet. And you can order, these elastic cords, which, are pretty neat. And they're just tied around this grenade pouch. They're originally just to secure a smoke grenade into this grenade pouch, but I said fuck it, I'll throw a tourniquet on here, it'll work. And it has. You can still grab it, you can still pull it out, it still does all the tourniquet things that you need it to do. I will say another honorable mention is when you're rocking these, if you take just a little bit of face paint and throw in there, you can kind of blend it into your kit a little bit more. It'll stand out a lot less, and the Velcro will still adhere just fine. So really no downsides. Good way to have your tourniquet, not pop so much in your kit. But all the tourniquets are gray now, they're not even white. Well, fuck you then, all right? So moving on from there, the beautiful method of retaining a knife. This knife has killed 50 men.
I killed 50 men.
And it'll kill 52 if you don't like, comment, subscribe. Anyways, yeah, so you can attach this knife with the freaking molly field down below, and you can retain your sheath, because we all know that when the sheath comes in, the molly field's going to be orientated in a direction that you don't need it and that you don't want it, right? So that's where I keep my knife. Yes, I can access it with both hands in case I get in a freaking badass fight. Okay, but all that cool guy stuff aside, it's there if I need it for cutting paracord, opening up MREs, and just looking thick as shit. So from there, we're gonna talk about magazine retention, right? And I like to retain it with a little bit of, what is it called? Shot cord, maybe? Probably not, but that's what it's called, shot cord. And I'll just run it through the molly field here and the molly field here. And then what is this? This is just tape, guys. We don't gotta spend $1,000 to make this kit just a little bit better. So got the tape on there, it's good to go. Now what about these sides? You see that these sides, I don't have any. There's no molly here, but there is a way around it without buying and spending a bunch of money. And that is creating your own little Velcro field here and stitching and adhering some shot cord to that. And then boom, you have a little elastic retaining solution. But yeah, so that's how you can retain your magazines, your radios, and like I said, this would work on this too. You just got to do 2 sides, and then boom, you got magazine retentions, and you don't have to use this little strap. Reasons to do this, by the way, is if you run PMags, the TAPS kit hates PMags because you're lesser than human. You are gross, you're disgusting, you smell, and you should be at the bottom of a pit that will never be able to see the light of day. Okay? USGI stand mags are the way to go. Don't look at my bandolier. Don't look at any of my other equipment. I only run steel mags. Ever. I didn't just lie there. Tie downs we've talked about, right? So let's talk about, well, not tie downs, mag retentions. Let's talk about my D-ring situation here. This might be for a small group of really cool dudes, but that is this D-ring. You can use either side just depending on how you want to rock it. But what this is for is I'll clip this and I'll throw my chest rig on with this, I'll don it, and then I'll clip this into the side where I can still reach it because it's nice and long. And then I'll take my thumb and I'll hook this D-ring and I'll pull it nice and tight. Once it's as tight as I need it to be, I can clip it here and then just shove it down deep and not talk about it. And then boom, it's nice and retained. I'm clipped in, it's out of the way. So number 5, my favorite thing that's pretty common, but not the way I do it because I do it better than the rest. And that is these kinds of tie downs. I decided to go with shot cord on tie downs because it's a lot more stretchy, and I use my multi-tool a lot. So when using a multi-tool, I can wear my kit, use my multi-tool, still work on stuff. But not only that, say somebody needs to borrow my multi-tool. Say say little Joe wants to borrow my multi-tool, and I go, yes, we're buds, I trust you, sort of, just don't get near my wife. I can unclip it with this clip, just like so, by unlocking it, and hand it to them. Pretty simple, pretty easy, great solution. Boom. Another thing you should do is write your name, phone number in here, because I've been to a lot of units. I've been, in training companies and this, that, and the other, blah, 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 where I run into a lot of people and I don't know their freaking names, and they hand me something that I've got to be responsible with, but I don't know their freaking name. I have no way of contacting them. And so I'm just walking around like an asshole for a fucking day or two with this dude's Kevlar or flick or freaking chair, whatever happened at the time. That way there's a point of contact on here and a name, so they can find me and return this, and no one has to go all butt hurt and say, you're a thief, or you're doing this, or you're doing that. You can go, oh, thanks, man. That's great. I appreciate you calling me. I'll go pick that up or get it back to me when I go to the range. I hope that rant counter is going. Fuck, I'll have to cut out most of that story. But that is all 5 of my attachment solutions here. Oh, this is the old way, by the way. Paracord. But that being said, my honorable mentions is stowing your multi-tool and your pistol mag pouch, right? Did I skip over this? Was that 4? Is this 5? I don't know. But either way, I've lost count because I'm retarded. Tie down these seatbelt cutters. Just tie them down and put them behind your freaking unit SOP. Mine is behind the IFAC, so people know where it's at. And tie them down so a tree, nothing takes it and launches it. And when you need it, all you gotta do is grab it. Or here, I'll just do it in one fluid motion just to show you how fucking badass I am. You just grab it, take it, and you can cut it. Good to go. Another thing is tape on your kit. People will say, don't put tape on the exterior of your kit because the adhesive is going to wear this, that, and the other. They're retarded. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't wear their kit. They don't get in the weather. They don't crawl through the mud, the blood, the screaming, the agony. Just kidding about the last 2 or 3. I don't know. We all know by this list. I can't count. But the adhesive is still going to work. It's still going to rock. What I use this for mostly is just field stripping MREs and or stuffing all my trash back into an MRE, taping it up, and throwing it back in my pack so I don't leave trash out because I'm not a piece of shit like you are, you fucking piece of shit. So that's the end of my list. If this seemed aggressive, it's because I'm trying to be funny and failing at it. Have a good day and get off my range.